the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Subject som känner konstapper kan så felina. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
What is going on, everybody? We are back here today with another Wanna Bet episode. Today we are without Jason. We still will have his plays like we did just, I think, last week when we did it. But we do have EK in, our usual Monday guest. How are you doing, EK?
I'm doing great. So excited to be here with you. We have absolutely been lighting it on fire, so let's keep going.
Yeah, and talking about lighting it on fire, not all of our plays that we have are here on Wanna Bet. We do our 3 plays, then we do 2 more usually, but we do post all of our plays in the Super Discord. EK, tell them a little bit about the Super Discord.
Yeah, it's basically a spot where you can go and get all of our picks in one place, and you can talk and engage with us. Whether it's, hey, I want to ask about your picks, or I really want something on the WNBA tonight, you can go to Ben, or a Major League Baseball prop, or your fantasy team. A lot of people are drafting this week. I am literally spending most of the day going one-on-one with people and orchestrating and really cultivating their entire fantasy draft customized to you. So if you click the link, you can join the Super Discord or scan the QR code, and you can be part of what we're doing, and we are got you hooked up.
Yeah, and speaking of the QR code, you can screenshot this right here, and it will take you right there. And also our results from yesterday. Very good day for me for the first 3 downs. Of course, we lost the 4th and short play, and we also tailed the Cubs play that Jason had that didn't hit. So it was a little bit profitable. Jason got a little unlucky. Red Sox make a few errors. The Brewers, I thought they were going to fall off all along. I'm starting to think that Jason still doesn't believe in it. And then the Cubs, I don't even know what was going on there. I did tail that one. And then his Nerfy, a 330-foot home run, beats him, which is a home run in one park, and that's Yankee Stadium. So very unlucky day for Jason there. But, again, I had a nice day with our 3 downs. And, again, you can go to that QR code right there to find the sports betting Super Discord with me, EK, Jason, and a ton of other good people. But now we will get into the regular plays. EK, first down, what do you got?
All right, I like the Braves plus a run and a half in Philly. I'm going to definitely get my 9 at bats. And look, the Braves are on fire. Okay, they've won 13 out of 18. They have 23 runs in their last 2 games. Meanwhile, the Phils, not so much. Look, you got bad news with Zach Wheeler. He's not coming back. They have not played well the first 2 nights. Got a little bit of a hangover. Aaron Nola stinks right now. So I have a lot going for me with the Braves, and I don't even have to win the game, and I can cover this thing. So give me the Braves plus a run and a half as my first pick. And again, as you know, we ascend higher up. So, as second down, we like better than first down, and third down is our best play.
Right, yeah, as EK said, if you guys aren't familiar with the show, first down, second down, third down. Third down is our favorite play first. Still like it a lot. And then 4th and short, we give you a quick hitter, and overtime we will jump into the NFL for a football play. But for first down, Jason like the under 50.5 in the Akron, Wyoming game. Minus 142. I know we spoke a little bit about it yesterday, but he does like the under there. I do have a lean here. You'll see it on the Super Discord in a little while, but I do like Akron to cover here today. You can mark that down as an official play for me. But Wyoming's a pretty big favorite. I do think Akron covers there. My first down play, we are going to go to the Orioles-Red Sox game, which starts in about an hour. And we're going with Alex Bregman over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Against left-handed pitching, Reggie is slashing 372, 486, 477. We know he walks a lot. That's why the OBP is so high. But the 477 slug, and righties are slugging 468 against Povich at Camden Yards. He's under this in 3 straight and 4 of his last 5. But he's not a guy that usually has long droughts. So I do think he'll figure it out. And he's been much better on the road away from Fenway Park. 313, 377, 553 slash line on the road this season. Would not surprise me to see him hit one into that Orioles bullpen or Red Sox bullpen in this one. So I do like Alex Bregman over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Second down.
By the way, well done there. I have tailed you on a number of these over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs and cash. So I appreciate when you give those out.
Yeah, we've had a lot of success, especially on this show. The hits runs are, I just always talked about it. I like that more than total bases because if a guy goes over 1.5 total bases, he's more than likely to score a run there or drive in a run in some way.
Yep.
Second down.
I'm going to go to the college football market. I like Nebraska and Cincinnati under. I gave this out on the Super Discord 2 days ago, which is why you got to join the Super Discord. And I said, look, it's at 54.5 and it's going to drop. You can see which way it's steaming. It's really good value right now at 54.5, and it was minus 112 at FanDuel. I'm like, please, today. We not only tell you what to play, we tell you what book has those odds so that you can play it and get the best possible number. Over the course of a year, that is worth huge number of units to you, and it's all right there. We do the work for you. But I love this game under. Look, both teams have their quarterbacks back, but basically everybody else is going to be new on the offenses, and that's going to take some time to gel. Plus, last year they were both dead under teams, and week one last year was a dead under week. So when I have so much uncertainty, so much newness with two dead under teams in a week that's a dead under, and this total not really adjusted, give me the under in the Nebraska-Cincinnati game.
Yeah, I like that a lot. They're also playing in Arrowhead, which is a new stadium for both of them. So that'll be interesting to see there. Jason, on second down, will be going to the Houston Astros minus 1.5 at minus 114. Bounced back yesterday after the weird loss to the Rockies. Very good outing from Framber Valdez, who shut things down like he usually does at home. And Yordan Alvarez came back and hit a home run. So I do think that offense is going to start turning it on. But Jason likes the Astros minus 1.5 today against the Colorado Rockies. For my second down play, we will go with a college football moneyline parlay. Throughout the season, you will see that I do these a lot, and it's usually a team that has too much juice to give out by itself, and I add 2 or 3 big favorites just to get us to a fair price because usually the 2 or 3 favorites that I add, there's no word there. Rutgers faces an Ohio team, not too worried about there. Rutgers with Schiano, they need to win these types of games because they've always struggled in the Big Ten, but they did play good down the stretch last season. And I do think Schiano is going to continue to move in the right direction. And Rutgers, NC State, this is a revenge game. They lost in last year's bowl game to East Carolina. I'm not worried that they lose here again. I have other guys playing bowl games. We see tons of opt-outs and all types of things. Not worried about that one. But Nebraska on the money line is the real player. They bring back a ton of key contributors. Games at Arrowhead, like I said, and we know all the comparisons. Raiola and Mahomes Jr., they call him Mahomes Jr. He looks like him. He tries to play like him. He does all this stuff. I do think he's going to come out ready to go and turn it on. I mean, you got to remember, this kid was the number 1 recruit in the country for a reason. At Nebraska, he hasn't been amazing yet, but I do think we see a big step of growth this year. This is a must-win game for Matt Rhule. Like, you cannot continue to go in the direction that he has in Nebraska, and I get it. Like, last year's a weird year, but their defense should be able to limit a good offensive mind in Satterfield enough, and I think Raiola gets it done on offense. So I do like Nebraska on the money line. That's the big play here, and you parlay those two together to get us at minus 110. Third down, EK.
All right, I'm going to go to the NFL, and this is a teaser that I want people to jump now while the value's still good. You know, I think the New Orleans Saints are terrible. I don't think we realize how bad yet. And Spencer Rattler's their quarterback. And Arizona is better than they were last year, and they generally play pretty well in September. They are favored by 6, Arizona is, in New Orleans. The second thing is Cincinnati favored by 6 in Cleveland. I now put them together, and all they have to do is win. I just need Arizona to beat New Orleans and Cincinnati to beat Cleveland, and we cash. This, to me, when I see 6, my eyes light up. When I see 2 6s against teams that I think we don't realize how bad they are yet, I am jumping that. So give me Cincinnati, give me Arizona, and all they have to do is both win, and I'm good. There you go. That's my teaser.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I played that a few weeks ago. I think we played it on here. I think I might have added one more, but I do like that play a ton. Next for Jason, he is going with Miami of Ohio plus 18.5 to cover. I know we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but he likes them to cover against Wisconsin at minus 127. He previewed it a little bit, did not give out the full reasoning, but he likes them to cover the plus 18.5 there. I will also stick to college football here on third down. We're going to go with UAB minus 20.5 at minus 110. Trent Dilfer has dominated in these types of games, and that's been about all that he's won, right? At UAB, They haven't been good, but they hope that he can get them in the right direction. They hope the big name will be able to bring on some good recruits and figure things out. These are the games that he has to dominate, though, because they really struggled in conference play. And he gets a pretty tough FCS SWAC opponent in Alabama State, who have had a ton of success in with Eddie Robinson since he's taken over. This is going to be year 4 for him. They have not played a game against an FCS opponent or FBS opponent since his first year there. And they played UCLA and got ran off the field. It was a blowout game, and UCLA covered that game. And UCLA has not been good. And I get it, UAB is not UCLA, but UAB knows what they need to do in these types of matchups. Because if they want to get bowl eligible, these are the ones that they're going to have to blow out, make a statement. And Dilfer has actually done that. In their FCS games, he's won by 21 plus in all 3 years he's been there. So I do like UAB to cover the 21.5 tonight. Again, EK, I also wanted to mention to you, you wake up this morning, it just felt different. We have college football here. I know we had a Saturday, but week 0 is not the same. Felt different. It's getting a little colder outside. You can just tell and really feel college football's here and NFL football's here with this weather.
Terrific. I mean, absolutely. You are right. And by the way, I love that you found a bully coach. I love looking and searching for bully coaches that like to really make a statement. I mean, that's a philosophy. You want to play on that philosophy. And you've done a good job identifying that one. I'm going to jump in on that one. All right. You know what? I'm going to find a nerfy for 4th down. And I found the Cubs in San Francisco, and I think it's a really nice price. I thought it would be higher. The game total is only 7, right? It's only 7. So you're not expecting a lot of runs here. And the pitchers are good. You got Logan Webb, and you got Imanaga. All right? So you have a nice park for us, good pitchers, in a game that is a very low total, and we can get out of that first inning. It's not like I got an Aaron Judge that I got to deal with. I understand they're good players on both teams. But it's not like I have to deal with Shohei Ohtani in the first inning. So I really like this to be 0-0 after 1 at a very good price and very nice conditions and a very favorable total with very good pitchers.
Yeah, I am on that as well, EK. I can make that an official play for myself. Right there with you. Imanaga has been much better on the road than at home for what it's worth. And then Logan Webb. There aren't many better pitchers in the MLB at that park than Logan Webb is. But Jason, for 4th and short, is going to go with the Boston Red Sox, the first 5, minus a half a run, minus 128. They have to be leading through 5 innings for this bet to cash. Facing off with the Orioles, that first pitch is at 1 p.m., so get that in while you can, right when you get off of this stream. But 4th and short for me, we are going to a first half under in college football, and we're going with Ohio versus Rutgers first half under 26.5 points, and that is at plus money, plus 102. I think this is going to be an ugly defensive game, and that's kind of what Rutgers wants to be under Schiano. I know they took a step back defensively last year, but with this new team, they don't have the top running back they had last season. I do think it's going to be a defensive year for Rutgers. Schiano has that defensive background, and they have to take the step forward. It starts in this home opener against Ohio. You're not going to be able to shut down all the big-name Big Ten opponents, but in games against lesser opponents here at home, Ohio, it's their first game. They have to go on the road to a Big Ten school. I do think they're going to be pushed around a little bit in this one, and I like the first half under, and you can get it plus 102 plus money for that one. Now we will get to 4th and long, or overtime. 4th and short was there. Overtime, what we always do, change it up. Today, we are going with an NFL play that we like, whether it be for week 1, a season-long prop, whatever it is with the NFL. Today makes it a week away, an NFL prop that we like, and I know all 3 of us have week 1 plays. What do you have here, EK?
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm going here because I don't usually play in markets that are yes-only markets because they can jack it up against us, right? If you can't bet the other side, they can set the line as whatever they want. And that's not what I'm looking for as someone who's an expert wagerer. But in this case, I'm looking at Jalen Hurts. That is now minus 120 on Caesars. So I'm getting even a better number than I thought to score a touchdown in week 1. He scores in 2/3 of the games. He has 34 rushing touchdowns in his last 36 games that he's played. All right? Played at least a quarter, to be fair. One game he played 1 series and came out. I didn't count that one. He is 15, 14, and 13 the last 3 years. How is this basically 50% to score a rushing touchdown here? If they get inside the 2, nobody else is getting the ball. How many times have I said it? You got to be bored hearing me say it. He has 50 more 1-yard conversions than any running back over the last 3 years. Any running back, 50 more. And he has 25 more than any other player because only Josh Allen is even close. You take Josh Allen, there's no one in the same world. It is an unstoppable play. Saquon was 3 for 11 when they needed a yard last year. They ain't giving him the ball. They get to the 2, they're lining up, tush push, hand the ball to the ref, we cash. And I'm shocked this number is so low given what this number has been over the last 3 years. It's almost like they think it's somehow going to be different. Why? I have the unstoppable play. Why would I change it? They won't. He'll score, we'll cash.
Like that a lot. And I know Jason likes that as well because he gave out a similar play yesterday that he will be taking with that attached to it. Jason here in overtime is going with Baker Mayfield over 1.5 touchdown passes at minus 144 in week 1. I know he talked about a season-long prop that he has with Baker Mayfield just a few weeks ago, but this is just week 1. Baker Mayfield over 1.5 touchdown passes. You can get it at minus 144. And now my play, final play of the day for overtime. Marvin Harrison Jr. over 59.5 receiving yards at minus 108. Now, shop around because if you go to FanDuel, it's like 61.5. And that might not sound like a big deal. Oh, I'm only getting it's 2 different yards. You'd be surprised with how many times that these receivers finish with this number at 60 or 59. It is a regular thing. The way that these systems are, when they put in all these different numbers, they are so accurate with how they get things. And that is why you have to shop on certain books and find better numbers, which on the Super Discord, you will find that we do. But I like Marvin Harrison over 59.5 receiving yards. Big year coming from him, in my opinion. Last year, everybody was drafting him early in fantasy drafts. They were talking about he's a generational talent. Drafted him 4th overall. It was going to be insane. Well, last year he didn't really impress. And there was some question marks between him and Kyler Murray. We know Murray was going to McBride a lot. I do think this is a year. Marvin Harrison Jr. put a lot of work in the offseason. He looks way stronger. We already know he has the speed. And he is a wide receiver 1 talent. And I think we see it this season. The Saints secondary sucks. EK talked about how bad the Saints are as a whole. I do think he could cash this in the first half, to be quite honest with you, if this is a blowout and they're not throwing the football around as much in the second half. They allowed the 5th most receiving yards in the NFL overall last season. They didn't get any better in the secondary. Nothing is going to change to me. So I do think Marvin Harrison Jr. makes a statement week 1. And for a wide receiver 1, 60 yards isn't even like insane, right? Like 80 to 100 is where a lot of wide receiver 1s finish on average per week. We're getting 60 yards. I will take that with no problem. I do like this play a lot. But that is it for WannaBet. We appreciate everybody tuning in as always. EK, appreciate you joining us. I know you will be back on Mondays, but before we let you go, tell us a little bit about the Super Discord again.
Again, look, as you point out, we'll give you the best number. The difference in those 3 yards, that's 5%. That is a 5% edge you're getting if you come to the Super Discord. We tell you, we have looked at every book and we say, here's the book with the best number. So that you don't have to keep shopping around. Do you go FanDuel? Do you go DraftKings? Do you go MGM? No, we've done the work for you. So we give you all of our picks at the best number so you have the best chance to win, and we've been absolutely crushing it. So scan the QR code, be part of our community, and you can talk to us directly. I mean, again, you got a fantasy draft coming up. You're going to reach out to me, and I'm going to say, okay, how many teams in your league? How many points for a touchdown pass? What pick do you have? We're going to map out your first 3 picks. So let's do it.
Yeah, and EK's been giving his fantasy rankings for every position, and he's also been doing it. It's not just one set of rankings. When someone sends the rules for that league, he will adjust them and do whatever. So all you have to do, as EK said, scan the QR code right here. It'll bring you to it. Those, of course, are our results as well. But if you scan the QR code, you can screenshot this, and at the end, use your phone, scan the QR code, which will get you in. But we appreciate everybody tuning in to WannaBet. Appreciate EK for taking the time today to join us. I know he will be back on Monday. But we will get Jason back tomorrow for Friday. So appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow on WannaBet.